It is home ice access here on Prime Monday Night Hockey. John Forsland will have the call, along with Jody Shelley, Thomas Hickey, Andy Petrillo, and with Blake Bolden. I'm Adnan Burke. It's good to have you with us as we're about 40 or so minutes away from game time. And, of course, when you talk with the Canucks, Blake, we start with Quinn Hughes. A couple of goals on Saturday. The guy's been absolutely phenomenal. What did you see from him the other night?
He is the most valuable player to an NHL team. 2 goals last game, and he has just been doing incredible, getting pucks off the wall, getting to the middle of the ice, getting shots through. I mean, this is a player that has so much pressure on his shoulders. He knows and able to win a game, he has to will his team to produce. The way he's able to create time and space, beat that first layer, getting to the middle of the ice. He said he's practiced getting to the slot and just putting it up top. And this is just what he's able to do, getting to the middle, making a nice wrister, getting it through traffic, and this is 2 goals. They win 2-0. It was a beautiful game for him.
Yeah, it certainly is. What couldn't he be able to do? I mean, some are saying he's in the Hart Trophy conversation, along with the Norris Trophy. To your point,
both.
Just how valuable he's been. He's been so great for this team. As far as the St. Louis Blues are concerned, certainly early deficits have been a challenge for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, right? You're a younger team. You're looking for that leadership to step up. And for Montgomery, he talks about the mindset of the team and focusing on not just what we're not able to do, but the things that we're able to do great. He called that early timeout, trying to get his guys going. You want to come out, set the tone, be a little bit more physical, and just show other teams that we're not here to back down. And the leadership from Shen, Thomas, and you got young guys like Kyrou trying to step up. It's just what their culture has been able to try to shift in these upcoming games. And for them, they need these points, and hopefully they can get it done tonight.
Back-to-back games down 2-0. That's very tough right now for a bubble team. Again, lots more insight from Blake throughout the night. Andy Petrillo, one-on-one with Robert Thomas and Quinn Hughes. And John Forsland coming up, home ice access. Stories of Dan Kelly, plus a special guest is going to be joining us on the desk 40 minutes away from puck drop. $125 for you.
Wow. Okay. Great.
Welcome upstairs, everybody. Forsey here. And as we come to St. Louis, great people I work for ask me, you know what kind of story? Where do you want to go tonight? Or I want to go personal on this, so bear with me. It means a lot to me when I come to St. Louis because of one guy, the late, great Dan Kelly, the voice of the St. Louis Blues. Listen to this iconic call.
Tried a shot that was wide, and Keenan cleared it but not out. Bobby Orr behind the net to Sanderson. Orr! Bobby Orr scores, and the Boston Bruins have won the Stanley Cup. Orr putting it in with a third goal.
So that was May 10th, 1970. I grew up in Western Massachusetts, and I was 8 years old, and I decided, you know what? I want to do that. I want to be that guy someday. Dan Kelly, who was the voice of the NHL on CBS and the legendary voice, KMOX here in St. Louis, and an original Blue. Came here with the team when the league expanded in 1967. So I loved his cadence. I love how he carried himself. I modeled, hopefully someday, to be just like him. Fast forward about 20 years, late 80s. I'm working in Springfield in the American Hockey League, and I'm working with and for a head coach by the name of Jim Roberts, who was just inducted in the Blues Hall of Fame on Friday night. Jimmy was an original Blue. He would become the captain of this team. Most importantly for me, I don't think I'm here without his tutelage in the minor leagues. He taught me about the game, taught me about my place in the business. I love this guy, but he set up a phone conversation between myself and Dan Kelly. And Dan told me one thing to keep in mind. He said, John, no matter who you work for, whatever team it is, never, ever sell down a goal or sell down a big save. Those are the crowning moments of the sport. So I kept that in mind. We fast forward another 10 years, late 90s. I'm working for the Carolina Hurricanes. Peter Karmanos is the owner of the team. He's in the Hockey Hall of Fame, and he grabs me in Detroit right after New Year's and says, I got to talk to you. The other night, I'm in the kitchen. Nashville scores the goal, and I remember it. It was a guy named J.P. Dumont, highlight reel goal. And I sold it. It was a great play. It wasn't for the team I was working for, but it was a great play. He got upset. He wanted to call me on it. And I said, Mr. Karmanos, stop right there. And I told him the story about Dan Kelly. And he said, Dan Kelly? And I said, Dan Kelly. And he said, it's okay with me. You know what? It was okay with everybody. This guy was absolutely fantastic. The press box here is named after Dan Kelly, who went too early in 1989. His son, John, is the great voice of the St. Louis Blues this day, and a lot like everybody in Vancouver, they're blessed here, as you are, with the likes of John Shorthouse. That's my story on the late, great Dan Kelly. Enjoy the game, everybody, from the Gateway City. Thank you, Dan. Love you.
Wonderful story there from John Forslund talking about Dan Kelly. Certainly we can all appreciate great broadcasters and great athletes in our midst. Blake Bolden, rather humble. You know, she doesn't tell me about her talent in the ice. I go home, I run after my kids. I don't know what her week is like. But this past week, running Kings Camp, some spectacular sights you were able to enjoy, Blake, passing along the great game of hockey.
Mammoth Links, it's an annual Kings camp that we run. I've been doing it for the last 4 years, and you see all of the smiles. I got Menomriome. We run adult clinics, co-ed clinics, and 30, 40 kids on the ice, all in blue, big smiles. It's really a privilege, and that's another part of my job. I love the broadcasting, but being able to see kids, just their lights in their eyes light up when they figure out how to stop or shoot a puck the right way, that's something that is a joy for me.
It's one of your great skills. We've seen that as far as it's true. It's not just playing hockey, but teaching the game of hockey, right? Some people can play it, but they can't teach it. Whereas you can say, here's what I'm doing here, and you can see the improvement from a child. That can be so rewarding.
You got to give back, right? The game of hockey is a gift for me, and that's my motto. I always want to give back and motivate the younger generation, because that's who we're going to see on the ice in the next 10, 15, 20 years.
Speaking of aesthetically pleasing, I know you're a smooth skater, but this is a sight to behold. Unbelievable.
Operator.
Play the song. Let's go. This was on your IG. This is unbelievable. Mammoth Lake.
Yes, it's beautiful. You got the Sierras right in front of me, and I'm just crossing over, and the noise, the sound, I'm alone on the ice, and the reverberation and the sounds that you hear is so beautiful. I skated 5 miles that day.
11,000 feet elevation.
11,000 feet. I look happy there, but after I was gassed the rest of the day, and the kids, I was like, I got to wake up for these kids in this next session, but that was magnificent.
And you're right, though. Like, if you really love hockey, it's the sounds that get. Like, just the sound of your skate. It was so pure.
Yes.
Amazing.
It's just like a basketball swoosh. There are certain sounds in the game of hockey that is what sells you.
Can't wait to see what Blake Bolden cooks up next week. This is a high price she's paid here with Kings Camp, Mammoth Lake. We'll see what we can do. Good stuff there from Blake. Again, you'll hear from the rest of the crew coming up as we're under 30 minutes away from puck drop. Canucks and Blues here on Prime Monday Night Hockey.
Well, look at this. We're at the Enterprise Center. It's been a fun afternoon in the gateway to the West. I'm Jody Shelley, and as we prepare for this game, a lot of great storylines, a lot of interesting storylines for both teams. Both teams are desperate, we know that. And for the Vancouver Canucks, you know, it's been a season where there's been a lot of unsettled unsturdiness in their game, but one guy that's been I would call it a pleasant surprise, is Kevin Lankinen, 29-year-old goaltender for the Canucks. Their number one, Thatcher Demko, who was second last year in Vezina Trophy votes, has been unavailable, but boy, they bring in this guy Lankinen out of Helsinki, Finland, his 5th year in the National Hockey League, and it looks like he's found a home. And if he hadn't had this type of season, you know, there's moments in games where you need your goaltender to kind of hold down the fort. He's done it all season long for this team, and it's given them a chance. Right now, they're on the bottom. They're looking up at the playoff line, but he has been a real bright spot, and right now he's going to play tonight again for the Vancouver Canucks. I think they should ride him until the break. The February break comes in 7 games for the Vancouver Canucks. I say go with him. Let Demko rest up, kind of find that game, and then maybe get him a little rhythm. There he is, getting focused for tonight's game. All business, Kevin Lankinen. This was the last game, a huge win at home against the Washington Capitals. And the Canucks didn't generate much offense whatsoever. 2 goals from Quinn Hughes, their defenseman. But he played so well early in this one. Washington is the best team in the National Hockey League, and he shut things down. See the appreciation for him there in net. An all-out effort. You'd expect here tonight for the Canucks, kind of return the favor here early. Can't start that way every game and put that pressure on Lankinen, who's on uncharted territories right now. He's played a lot of games, more, and he's going to play a lot more. But it's a good spot for the Vancouver Canucks having a goaltender like that.
welcome to the visitors bench here in St. Louis. Andy Petrillo alongside Vancouver Canuck Jake DeBrusk, and you're taking on a team tonight that you're also doing battle with in the standings when it comes to a wild card spot. Is it too soon, though, to call this a must-win?
No, I think that obviously you summed up pretty good. It's a 4-point game tonight for us and for them, and they're trying to catch us, and we're trying to get in the playoff race. So feels like it's a must-win tonight.
Your goalie, Kevin Lanigan, went from looking for a job at the start of the year to setting an NHL record for consecutive road wins to start a season, to being named to Team Finland. What has he meant?
Yeah, pretty crazy story for him, obviously, and he's meant the most, especially at the beginning of the year. Obviously, Denver being out at the start was a question mark for us, and he started off with that hot streak, and he hasn't really looked back. His preparation, everything he does, he's a true pro, and happy to have him in our net.
All right, 7 games to go before that Four Nations break. Are you treating this maybe like a 7-game series?
No, but I guess we can, honestly. I think that's a good way of looking at it. You know, it's one of those things where obviously it's a long break, and you know, you'll be sitting there, you know, looking at the standings a couple days in. So we want to be looking at a good spot, that's for sure.
Well, hopefully that's the case, and hopefully you do get some rest as well. Thanks for doing it.
Thank you.
Everybody's enjoying home ice access, and myself, I'm enjoying warm-ups because I get to watch Colton Parayko, and man, how big is this guy? How well does he skate? We're talking about a big Albertan, 6'6", 230 pounds. He's a veteran in this league now. But it's not just the size, it's his ability to skate as well. He's having a great year offensively this season, but he's a defenseman first. He covers so much ice, but when you see him wind up for a slap shot, people get out of the way. It's not just that, though. Good instincts. He can get up in the rush. He can break the puck out extremely well, but definitely the strength of his game offensively is the way he can deliver the puck. How about this one? Just blow it by you. You talk about the torque, you talk about the length of the stick. Well, it's not just used for slap shots, it's also used for defending. When you look at a game like tonight and you're going to match up, you get Colton Parayko, if you're the head coach, Jim Montgomery of your Blues, and you get to pick whoever you want to put him against. Couple that up with a guy like Cam Fowler. That makes for a really great shutdown skating pair that can really get up the ice. And on the flip side of that, you got some other veterans as well. How about Ryan Suter? 5 games shy of 1,500 in his NHL career. And when I watch him play, and when you watch him tonight, one thing you watch, he does not waste any energy, and he hasn't wasted energy for about 15 years. He knows the safe areas of the ice, and all he does is just stick in those spots. The play comes to him, and he makes simple plays up and down the ice. But how about that? When you look at this group, 1,400 games there. You've got Cam Fowler as well. Nick Leddy's not a guy playing over 1,000 games. The blue line is not an issue for this St. Louis Blues hockey team because they've got so much experience. We'll see if that can help them put things together as they look to chase down the Canucks tonight.
good to see them finding that chemistry together. And on the defensive side of things, these two, they have some things in common. Colton Brayco and Quinn Hughes both eating lots and lots of ice time. Brayco's third in the league with 21-28. Hughes right above him, 21-35. They both lead their teams in goals by defensemen. Colton Brayco has 10 and Quinn Hughes with 14. Let's get a glimpse of pairings tonight. Usually the defensive side stays the same, but tonight we can expect to see Broberg with Parayko there and Jordan Bennington in between the packs. And for the forward lines, the WTF line, they're going to be reunited. Oscar Sundqvist is out tonight. When Jim Montgomery was asked about what he needs to see from his team to stay in lineup, here's what he said.
Have an impact. Whatever your role is, have an impact. If you're a physical forward, finish checks, create turnovers. If you're an offensive forward, how much do you have the puck on your stick? How much are you making good puck management decisions? You know, so it always gets back to what can you do and what do you do well, and the little areas that you can get better at to continue to improve your game.
And of course, there was some big news earlier this afternoon. Defenseman Scott Perunovich has been traded to the New York Islanders. In return, the Blues will receive a conditional 5th-round pick. Scott played 97 regular season games here with the Blues, totaling 29 points. Best of luck for Scott there in Ireland. Of course, big one here tonight as the Blues wrap up their 3-game home stint here against the Vancouver Canucks. That wraps it up. Let's send it downstairs to Reagan for the Anheuser-Busch Beer Garden.
Hey, it's Anita. Happy Monday. I am in the Anheuser-Busch Beer Garden by the Ford entrance, courtesy of Ticketmaster, with Andy Coco's NOLA Funk and R&B review. They are bringing, I know I got it, they are bringing some New Orleans sound here to Enterprise Center tonight. I'm with Andy Coco himself. Andy, how does it feel to be at Enterprise tonight?
I'm so excited. I can't wait for a Blues win. I love the city of Vancouver, but tonight,
Team St. Louis.
Team St. Louis.
I love it. Well, come down here, hear some good old-fashioned New Orleans music. Again, Andy Coco's NOLA Funk and R&B review. Come on down. Draco, what's going on with you this Monday night?
What's going on, Reagan Blues family? What's up, you guys? It is Monday. I'm calling Monday Madness a Monday turn up, a Monday party, okay? Don't worry about the 9 to 5. You are at your second home, and we're going to have so much fun tonight. Of course, it's referee appreciation night because everybody loves the game, and we have to show appreciation to them as well. So, if you see a big group of refs, make sure you show them some love, okay? And also joining me tonight is, of course, my man Kaden to my right, our rookie of the night, presented by St. Louis Children's Hospital. Kaden, how you feeling? Feeling good. I like to see that in here, that I have Luca with me as well. Now, you're not skipping school, or you don't have school tomorrow, do you? Yeah, I do. You do? Okay, but it's a good thing you're here, right? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So we're going to get this win tonight from Kaden. And can I get a let's go Blues? Let's go Blues! Yeah, Kaden, let's go Blues, family. It's a Monday party. Let's go.
In hockey, contact is just a part of the game. And in that incessant intensity, one part of our body shoulders. Have you looked? One of the most common injuries for hockey players, from NHL athletes to youth players, it involves, you guessed it, the shoulder. We hear about shoulder dislocation or shoulder separation. They sound painful. So how significant are these injuries? And do they have any long-term effects? And why do shoulder injuries happen so often in hockey?
A shoulder dislocation can happen when a